Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Today, actually, I'm really excited because we are going to talk about the part of speech. But first thing first, we need to understand what is the part of speech or what is the definition. So, let's go. Ta-da! By the way, as you guys can see at your screen now, we will start with the definition. So, the definition of the term part of speech is the grammatical category refers to the function of the word in the sentence based on whether it's synthetic or semantic category. Or in simple way, we can say that part of speech tells us how a word fits into a sentence and what role it plays. By the way, as you guys can see at your screen now, it is the first one. We need to understand about why we must learn about the part of speech. As you guys can see at your screen now, the first one is build your own castle. The second is confidence pill booster, and the third, mastering your writing skills. Let's deep dive into it. What is build your own castle, Za? And then booster pill and kind of stuff like that? What is that? Alright. The first one is build your own castle. Means that you can construct your own sentences with the grammatically correct. As part of speech, we are going to learn about many kind of function of the word. So, and when we learn about that, we can easily construct our own sentences with the right grammatical. That's why I said that we can build our own castle with that. And also, by knowing how words function within the sentences, you can actually convey your thoughts accurately and avoid the misunderstanding. So the second one is about the confidence booster pill. It means that when you are doing something that you know it's accurate or you have the reason why you did something, right? We can easily tell the world and convey to the world about our idea. We need to learn about part of speech so we can have the responsibility, and with the responsibility it becomes the confidence. Of course, the third one is about the mastering your writing skills. One of the main point of learning it is actually we know the grammatically correct or incorrect in a sentence with a precision grammar. Or whether you are creating, you are writing for fun or academically, creatively, you can have the strong understanding about what you are doing. Of course, it will elevate your writing skills and the results. So let's talk about the types of the part of speech. It will be interesting, ladies and gentlemen. To make it easy, I will give you the analogy. In the morning, you are ordering something at Shopee.
Shopee, Shopee bersama dan sel. Shopee.
And then you are ordering like kind of dress or any other things. Then this package is from Surabaya. From that, you will see that your package, imagine that your package is like a noun. And the Pak Courier will send to you your package, right? So the act of Pak Courier delivering it to you, the work, the delivering, it means that it is a verb or kata kerja. So you are a little bit curious where your package is, and then you want to know. You track with the tracking mode. The tracking mode is the preposition. So whether your package is at, all, or in a district center or whatever, is actually the preposition. The you want to track where your package is. Right, you get a point, okay, your package is at all, for example. Then you don't know or you uncertain about where the package will arrive then. You message the Pak Courier, and so Pak Courier confirms to you that it will be there soon. The word soon, it is an adverb or kata keterangan. Then the message feature that Shopee has given to you, it is the conjunction that provide the connection between you and Pak Courier. It's called the conjunction. Life without sadness is nothing, right? So when your package arrive, you are not there, and your mother receive it from Pak Courier, but it's not changing the ownership of that package, right? The package is still yours, so it's called the pronouns or kata ganti. You rate the service, it is called the adjective, whether it's good, bad, or not that bad, for example, so it's called adjective. The last one is when you open the package, you are so impressed with that beautiful dress. Like, wow, impressive. The word wow is interjunction, which means it shows up your emotion. Alright, my friend, this is the analogy, and right now I hope that it can help you understand more about the part of speech, and let's know each role of the word. The first one is noun, ladies and gentlemen. Noun means kata benda. You know that actually at the first place I thought that noun is like the real benda, such as table, chair, glasses, something like that. But actually noun is beyond than that. So let's go, we learn together. The first one, ladies and gentlemen, is common noun. Common noun mean is a general noun, so like everybody knows about the meaning of it without any kind of deeper explanation, such as the city, month, day, country, girl, or boy. The second one is proper noun. It's like the specific noun, and you need specific noun, and we need to capitalize it, whether it is at beginning, middle, or maybe the ending. For example, it can be the name of the month, January, or the country, Singapore, or the town, Bandung, or the beautiful name, Faiza, and etc. The third category of the noun is countable noun. Means it is a noun that can be counted as individual unit or discrete items. For example, cat, apple, table, chair, and so on and so forth. The symptom of it, usually it will be the article such as the a, and, etc. So the next one is about the uncountable noun. Uncountable noun is simply the opposite of the countable noun. Even though the number is large or small, the noun still cannot be quantified with numerical units. It means like sand, water, milk, sand, water, milk. You don't say that one butir of salt, for example, right? So it is hard to actually, when you want to buy something at warung or at market, right? And then you said, I want 252 butir of salt. It's hard. So we need the benchmark 1 kilogram, right? So even though each butir is different, when it hits 1 kilogram, then it is okay. So we categorize it as uncountable noun, or the noun that really hard to be counted or quantified, which only single piece or something that we need the benchmark of it. All right, I hope that understandable. The next one is about the concrete noun. Concrete noun means the tangible one, like you can see it, like pillow, fan, mirror, glasses, clock, and more. And then the next one is about the abstract noun, ladies and gentlemen. It means that it is intangible, such as your state or your feeling right now about something. Maybe you are happy, or we call it happiness, sadness, motivation, courage, affection, and many more. The next one is about singular noun. Oh my god, singular noun. Singular noun means it is like you single. So it describes an individual entities. For example, a dog, an apple, an iPhone. I don't know why I put iPhone in this. PowerPoint. I am a smartphone user. Yeah, doesn't matter. It's just for example, right? And then the next one is about the plural noun that describe more than one entities, such as bananas, watermelons, pineapples, one pineapple, apple pie, and etc. One pineapple, apple. I hope there is no copyright, even though I put the Shopee and alright. The next one is about the collective noun. Collective noun is a noun, type of noun that refers to a group or a collection of individuals, animals, and many more, but treated as a single unit or entity. For example, family, committee, peer. So when you say that the committee, you must follow it by is, not are, because it is counted as a single unit or entity, right? And also the next one is about the compound noun. It's a type of noun that formed by combining two or more words to create a single noun that represents as a single concept, such as the airport, boyfriend, breakfast, and etc. The next one is about noun phrase. Noun phrase is a group of words that function together as a noun within a sentence. For example, the fair-skinned women, and the next one is about the possessive. It's the noun that shows the ownership. For example, Ferdi's house, Swiss capital city, lectures, book, something like that. So you can notice that actually this is the apostrophe and s after that. It shows that ownership of something. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, let's move into the next one. Let's talk about the verb. Verb, there is a type, of course, the verb is kata kerja in Indonesia. So let's see the various type of verb. The first one is action verb. It's the verb that shows the work of something. For example, swim, run, sing, or work. Then the static verb is a verb that shows us the state or the situation. That shows us the state or situation. For example, love, want, know, dislike, needs, like that. It's actually something that like tangible and intangible, the concrete and the abstract one. But it is, as we talked about before, right? About the noun, right? It is almost the same in here, but we talk about verb now, right? So the next one is about the transitive verbs. It's a verb that actually requires a direct object to complete its meaning. In other words, it transfers the action from the subject to the object. For example, kick, buy, bake, paint. Let's say something that need object. You say that I kick. It's weird, right? you kick something, you kick a ball. So the object needed really have a big role in here. Then you need a object, so that's why we call it transitive verb. So this is the transitive verb, and intransitive is just like the opposite of it. That does not require a direct object to complete its meaning. Instead, it typically stands alone in a sentence, conveying the action or state of being performed by the subject. For example, sounds, lives, leaves, leaves, etc. It sounds good, right? You don't need the object. You just need, for example, it sounds good. So you don't need actually to say it sounds good, right? So you don't need the object. Good in here is adverb, or sorry, adjective. So yeah, something like that. And then the linking verb is the verb that connects between the subject and the adverb. It is like, for example, be, become, seem, appear, grow, etc. Next one, ladies and gentlemen, helping verb or auxiliary verb is the verb that has a purpose to show the tense, mood, aspect, voice, or emphasis. For example, the to be is, am, are, was, were, been, being, something like that. So the auxiliary verb it is emphasizing, of course, when we talk about the time, the to be for it different, right? You can use is or was or are or were, something like that, to emphasize each category. The next one is about the modal verb. It's a special category of auxiliary verbs actually that express attitudes, abilities, permissions, obligation, or possibilities. It has a strong connection of the future tenses such as the can, could, will, would, may, shall, have to, and something like that. The next one is regular verb. It's the verb that follows a predictable pattern when forming their past tense and past participle forms. They typically add ed to the base form of the verb to form of the past and past participle, such as jumped, cried, walked, borrowed, etc. The next one is irregular verb. Irregular verbs do not follow the regular pattern when forming their past tense and past participle forms. The next one is about the phrasal verbs. The phrasal verbs are a combination of a verb and one or more participle, either adverb or preposition, that function as a single semantic unit. When a verb is combined with a particle, for example, run off, kick off, give up, and etc. The next one, ladies and gentlemen, about the infinitive and gerund. An infinitive is the base form of a verb, typically preceded by the word to. In English, infinitives are used to express proposed intention or future action, and they can function as nouns, adjectives, or adverbs. For example, to listen, to read, to carry, and such as that. And then the gerund. Gerund is the verb that followed by ing as a suffix. For example, swimming, singing, eating, listening, etc. The next one is about the causative verb, a type of verb that indicates that the subject causes someone or something else to do an action. Essentially, it expresses the idea of causing something to happen or causing someone to do something. For example, get, help, lead, make, etc. The first example is she made him clean the house. So made him, it's not something that she made him clean the house. And then the next one, he got his brother to fix the computer. So it's like the imperative one. So by the way, right now let's see about the pronouns, ladies and gentlemen. As you guys can see at your screen now, the pronoun is a word that is used in a place of noun or noun phrase to avoid the repetition and make sentences less repetitive or cumbersome. Pronouns are used to refer to people, animal, things, or ideas without actually to repeat the noun itself. The types of the pronouns is like the personal pronouns is like the word that replaces a person's noun. For example, I, you, we, they, she, it, them, something like that. The next one is about the demonstrative pronoun. Demonstrative pronouns are words that function to replace demonstrative words according a number and distance. For example, these, that, these, those, these, those, and stuff like that. So when you use this, it means that this is my mouse. And then when you use that is my mouse. And when it is a more than singular unit, you say that these are my mouse. And when you say something that there's far away from you, those are my mouse. So it's basically based on the distance and also the number. The next one is about the interrogative pronouns. Of course, in Indonesia we also have that one, right? Interrogative are the pronoun to ask a question. For example, who, which, whom, whose, what. Who this is used as a subject pronoun, of course. Use who when referring to the subject of a sentence or clause. Who ate the cake? Something like that. And then whom is used as an object pronoun. For example, to whom did you give the book? Something like that. The whose is the possessive pronouns used to indicate possession or ownership. Use whose before a noun to show that something belongs to someone. Like, whose car is that? Or whose car is parked outside? Or in Indonesia, mobil siapa itu yang diparkir? So, mobil siapa itu, we don't have that stuff on Indonesia. We use whose in English to actually refers the ownership of the car with the whose car is parked outside. Next one is about the relative. Next one, ladies and gentlemen, is about the relative pronoun. It's a type of pronoun that introduces a dependent clause and connects it into independent clause. Relative pronouns include who, whom, whose, which, and that. They are called relative because they relate the dependent clause to the noun or pronoun in independent clause. And also the indefinite pronoun. Indefinite pronoun is like the general pronoun that we know the meaning, such as the everything, someone, no, nothing, anywhere, anything. And the next one is about reflexive pronoun and intensive pronoun. Reflexive pronoun are used when the object or subject of a sentences are the same. They reflect back to the subject that indicate the action of the verb is directed back at the subject. For example, she cut herself. She cut herself is a reflection or reflexive pronoun because the subject she and the object herself are the same person. And also the intensive pronouns, also known as an emphatic pronouns, are used to emphasize a noun or pronoun in sentence. They are essential in the meaning of sentence and can be removed without changing the basic meaning. Like, she herself cooked the entire meal. Herself is an intensive pronoun because it adds emphasis to the subject she. And reciprocal pronoun are the type of pronoun used when two or more people are involved in action or subject are acting in the same way towards each other, such as each other, one another, reciprocal. Remember about it. And then the last one is about the possessive pronoun. It means that it shows the ownership of something. For example, mine, yours, hers, his, theirs, ours, something like that. And also, let's go for adjective. Adjective. An adjective is a word that describes or modifies a noun or pronoun by providing more information about its qualities and characteristics. It's like it can indicate actually the size, color, shape, even age or personality, nationality, and many other attributes of something. Here are the types of it. The first about the absolute adjective. An absolute adjective is an adjective that is generally not comparative. Instead, it describes something on its own right without comparing it to anything else. Absolute adjective typically express a quality that is considered intrinsic or inherent to the noun that you modify rather than being relative in the others. Unlike comparative and superlative, which indicate degrees of comparison, there's absolute adjective stand alone and do not change form based on the degree or comparison, such as perfect, dead, starving, something like that. And the next one is attributes and predicative adjective. Let's see. Attribute adjective. An attribute adjective directly modifies or describes a noun, usually appearing before the noun it modifies. It provides additional information about the noun. For example, the red car. Here, the red directly modifies the noun car by providing information about its color. And then the predicative adjective follows a linking verb such as be, seem, appear, become, and describe the subject of the sentence. It is not directly attached to the noun, but the complements the subject by providing information. For example, the car is red. Red follows the linking verb is, and it describes the subject car. Something like that. It's something like similar, but not the same. The next one is a positive adjective. Means there is there's a group of words about the adjective that follow the noun. It start with a comma, and for example, Lisa is a tall girl, slim, strong, and short haired, something like that. Comparative and superlative adjective. Comparative adjective are form of adjective that function to compare things, better or worse, more or less, bigger or smaller. For example, easier, sharper, less dangerous. Meanwhile, superlatives are comparison that have the form of level of adjective that indicate the most or even the least, best or worst of something. For example, biggest, shortest, least. And when we talk about the superlatives, we actually need to add the word the. Okay, so the biggest, the shortest, we need to add the word the. And then the compound adjective are formed by combining two or more to create a single adjective, ladies and gentlemen, to modify a noun. These words are often hyphenated when used together to clarify the function, such as blue-eyed, fast-paced, cold-blooded. So it is something like the compound one. You need to combine it, right? Oil rich, ice cold, world famous, something like that. So it can be. So it is one. It's counted as one. And then the nominal adjective are forms of nouns that usually have the suffix, so they become adjective. For example, the noun hope with the suffix less become hopeless. Hopeless becomes hopeless. It's not hopeless, it's hopeless. And another example is jobless. Gapless. English and that come from the verb with the suffix in ed or en. However, it is still an adjective. For example, lying. Wait, I need to actually grab my drink. The next one is adverb. Adverbs are kata sifat to explain or provide additional information about the adjective, verb, sentence, or adverb itself. But the adverb never describes a noun. Adverb, for example, adverb of time, you can say tonight, early, daily, afternoon, this morning, yesterday. And an adverb of manner is show like the action, how an action happens or something happens, such as the happily, barely, slowly, gently, quickly, something like that. An adverb of degree, ladies and gentlemen, we can see it's like to express intensity of something. Or this adverb can help you and help us, of course, to express how much, to what extent something happened. For example, quiet, enough, so, to, very, and something like that. And then the adverb of modality is a type of adverb that expresses speakers or writers' attitude towards the likelihood, necessity, or obligation, even permission and ability, or certainty of an action or event. For example, adverbs of modality can often be categorized as expressing certainty, possibility, necessity, and also the probability. Adverbs of frequent, you will often see an article discussing the 16 tenses in English. So the adverbs are this adverb of frequency express how often something happens, such as the everyday, almost, always, sometimes, usually, and never. And then the adverb place, of course, like you point out where the action or something occurs, something like here, nearby, somewhere, far, behind, in front of, something like that. And then the adverb of focus is an adverb that concentrating its intention on a part of a sentence. For example, include also, even, only, especially, only. You can read the material about adverb and definition, example, and more. Yeah. The sixth one about preposition. Preposition is actually the typically come before noun and pronouns or noun phrase to show the relationship between them and other elements in the sentence. Preposition often indicate a location, direction, time, or manner. They help clarify the relationship between various parts of a sentence, such as in, on, at, by, with, to, from, between, among the others. Prepositions are divided into 6 types, namely preposition of time, like it could be says, hours, days, and so on. Example, after, being, during, since, until, and so on. The preposition of place is, for example, above, in, on, below. The difference, it shows like the difference between each position. And also the next one is about preposition of motions. It's a preposition used to indicate movement from one place to another, such as the into, towards, and many more. The next one is about preposition of manner. Preposition of manner are used to describe the way which one or which an action is performed or the manner in which something happened. This preposition type typically indicate the manner of or the method which an action is carried on. Such he traveled to the city by train, or with. He painted the picture with a brush, or like he ran like a cheetah. And the preposition of purpose is like the express the purpose relation between object and their words in sentence. The most frequently used example is for. The next one is about the preposition of quantity or measure. It's a preposition that functions to introduce information in the form of quantity or size, relationship between an object and other words in a sentence, for example, for and by. The next one, ladies and gentlemen, conjunction. Conjunctions are words that used to equivalent language units, connecting the words with word, phrase with phrase, clauses with clauses, sentences with sentences, and so on. In simple terms, the conjunction is responsible have a responsibility to connect the main sentence with the child sentence. I don't know what's it called, child sentence. The conjunction are divided into several types, whether they are conjunction based on function. The subordinate conjunction is a type of conjunction that connects two clauses in a sentence where the clause or the subordinate clause depends on the other, the main clause, for its full meaning. Subordinate conjunction often introduce adverbial clauses which provide information about time, place, condition, reason, manner, and so on and so forth, such as after, although, because, if, since, when. Next one, ladies and gentlemen, is about the coordinating conjunction. It's a word that connect two sentences that have grammatically equivalent position. Example coordinating conjunction are for, and, nor, but, or, yet, so, something like that. So, and the next one is conjunction based on a form. Is correlative conjunction. Is conjunction that consists of I think two words there. But they must be separated into a sentence. Example, but also. So not only but also, either or. Either you and you or me, something like that. Neither nor, etc. And also the single word is a conjunction that consists of one word, for example, but, and, also, and so on. And the next one is about the compound conjunction. Are hyphens that consist of more than one word but are not separated, like correlative conjunction. It's like they match up in the same place. For example, as if, as long as, provided that, in order that, and so on. So the next one is about article and determiner, explanatory words. Articles in part of speech function to show and also to clarify an object. If you still remember, we discussed this a little in the noun section, yes? The article themselves are divided into two, namely definite and indefinite. And it is used before a singular or plural nouns to indicate that the noun specific items or items, something previously mentioned, or something that is understood when the context happened. For example, please pass the salt. So it's referring to a specific salt, like the container or something like that. Like also, I saw the movie yesterday referring to specific movie. And the indefinite, for example, they are used to refer to non-specific item or items that have now been previously mentioned. For example, I would like a cup of coffee, referring of any cup of coffee, not a specific one. So yeah, like I need a cup of coffee. So I don't say that it's something like cappuccino or mochaccino. And then the another one's like, she is an engineer, referring to any engineer, not specific one. You know, it can be your software engineer or fact or others. Meanwhile, the remains are words placed in front of the noun to clarify the noun style. Example, these, that, those, enough, much, few, which, that. So the next one is about interjection. Words or phrases that used to express strong emotions, feelings, or reaction. They are typically inserted into sentences or spoken independently as exclamation. Interjection can convey a wide range of emotions such as surprise, excitement, joy, anger. Sure, ball. No, I'm not bagus today, ball. The next one is why so much personalized? Why so much people? So many people that I mentioned in my video now on. And I want pretend to be Indaji. Then pain. Interjection is a word to express someone's emotions towards a situation or an action. For example, include like wow, hey, oops, oi, and many more. Oi, oi, oi. I'm being Captain Levi. Oh my god. Okay, I hope it is again beneficial for a lot of us. And see you in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. See you next time. Bye bye. Assalamualaikum.